Good evening, the people from the internet. This is me, Wesker, speaking. Um, TWAB is around here. Yeah, they released it. Let's read it. This is something interesting. I taken a little peek into this, so let's start. This week in Destiny, 12th June 2025. This week in Destiny, we have exciting updates about Ride of the Nine rewards, continued hands-on preview for the Age of Fate, and more. Nunnery engrams and Ride of the Nine, more the Age of Fate previews, bounties info for preppers. Well, that info is specifically for people who is actually doing this, but this is not for me. Let's talk for Iron Banner and Gambit. Oh, Iron Banner and Gambit. Bounty for good starts tomorrow. Bounty for good? Probably some. All right, let's see. Rather than our rewards update, this week is the second invitation for prophecy, which means those delving and fighting in the Taken will earn increased currency rewards, additional weapons drops from enemy kills. By the way, this is true. I the this is. This is confirmed, by the way. After my last completion of the reset quest for the hand cannon in Prophecy Dungeon, I've received some specific weapons from just killing the enemies. So the this is 100% info that they are saying here. From the dungeon, the weapons dropping for you just for the kills. So easy peasy, like for everyone. Take this chance and farm those rolls you are craving. When the third dungeon completes rotation, we enter a new phase in Rite of the Nine. Starting June 17, all three dungeons will be available to play at any time during that very week. Even though most of us already remember this, but let's pretend that we forget. All three will have increased currency drops. After that, each dungeon will rotate weekly and have a week of increased rewards. Check the calendar below. From now through July 15, completing all encounters in any Rite of the Nine dungeon in a single run will award extra drops from the final boss. Completing all encounters in any Rite of the Nine dungeon at Eternity or Ultimatum difficulty in a single run will award an armor piece. There are on a knockout list. Each clear will grant a new armor piece until you complete your set. From June 17 until June 24, increased currency drops will be active for all dungeons. From June 24 until July 8, all dungeons are available and one will have increased currency rewards and a chance for weapons to drop from enemy kills, as well as increased loot from the final boss chest when completing all encounters in the featured dungeon. Week of June 24, Spire of the Watcher. Week of July 1, Ghost of the Deep. Week of July 8, Prophecy. New starting June 24, the emissary will offer a handful of exotics for players looking to round out their exotic weapons arsenal. More will be added each week through the Edge of Fate launch. From July 8 until July 15, Lootapalooza will begin. Increased currency rewards and weapon drops from enemy in all dungeons. New, even more increased loot from the final boss chest when completing all encounters. Okay. Introducing Nunnery Engrams. What the hell is Nunnery Engrams? Starting on July 1, a new item will be available on the emissary, Nunnery Engrams. This engram is filled to the brim with hand-picked cosmetic rewards spanning multiple years of Destiny 2 content. Some are newer, like holo chips, while some are blasts from the past, like Crimson Days emotes. So how do you actually earn these? Starting July 1, players may increase nunnery engrams using 350 nunnery manifolds at the emissary up to 12 during Rite of the Nine. So they are wanted you to play this Rite of the Nine even more, but at least they adding some interesting stuff and specifically exotics. And even now the armor's also gonna be dropping from the encounters. Starting July 8th, players will be awarded one additional nonary engram each day just for signing in. Just be sure to claim it from the emissary. With the Age of Fate just around the corner, just around the corner, specifically a month of waiting, but I digress. We are very excited to close out Ride of the Nine with a bang. See you out there, Guardians. Speaking of the Age of Fate, another week, another bunch of videos by the creators that visited us at the Bungie HQ at the end of May and go to play the Age of Fate before its release. Be mindful if you want to dig into our next expansion without knowing a single bit of what's going on, as even if they don't spoil any story content, they share a lot about new systems, weapons, and more. For starters, if you're a fan of Dato, I think, but okay. For starters, Data has been answering some burning questions. We will always take tough inquiries, and we will be there to answer them. But maybe suggesting buying a spotlight to soften the ambience a bit? Question mark. Looking scary. We are joking. We love you, Mr. Waffles. Oh, Mr. Waffles is kind of okay. We wrote it right this time. Milo shared his interview with Alison Lurs. I think I pronounced that correctly. Narrative director, and Robbie Stevens, assistant game director. They talked a lot about the many secrets and stories unfolding with the new expansion and somehow managed to not spoil a single thing. Amazing. Speaking of interviews, we also have Magdix. So by the way, Magdix is cool. I saw this video with him. Very cool stuff. Speaking of interviews, we also have Magdix having a great convention with Tyson Green, game director for Destiny 2. 20 questions with 20 amazing answers. We think you will all enjoy. We have one question for your own. How heavy was that laptop on your lap, Mac? I saw that video. He was talking him some random questions. He was answering them. He was also asking him about the red subclass, because the once upon a time there were leaks that suggesting that Bungie developed. You see, by the way, that red thingy with question mark. They seeing in the video that some dude were using specific new super which is indicated in red color. And he was saying that they in one point they were supposed to give players, and they were developing the thing called decay or something, or it was green. It was something like effect from Osteostriga, the Thorn, something like this. And they were even also at one point they were about to making a kinetic super for all three classes. Like imagine kinetic super without any elemental stuff. No solar, no arc, no strand, no stasis, no void. Kinetic, like physical might or something. Alright, let's continue. Now a video about build crafting and how to work those new stats. Directly from London, Benny goes over how much the new stats and builds may change your playstyle with a focus on PvP. Walla has some footage of a very cool hand cannon coming from soon that may remind you of an old unforgettable friend. Yes, this is Unforgotten hand cannon, which is about to be dropped from competitive, even though, like, if you are really out of option of doing anything in the Crucible, like, you can go for the competitive. But I also need to go there, but it's just, you know, like, I'm lazy. World to conquer and all that. He also used it to duel with none other than Benny. What a clash of titans. Well, a clash of Strand Hunter and Solar Warlock, to be specifically. Last but not least, your boy Rick Kakis. Like, every time he's saying Rick Kakis, he's slapping. Spanking, yeah. Here with a video about the top 5 changes coming with the Age of Fate. Probably a good way to just have a high level understanding of what's going on to change while leaving some surprises left for when you jump into the new content. Bounties to gear experts and shooting range. Bounties. Let's read about bounties. As with many of our early expansions, bounties will be receiving an update alongside the Age of Fate. Uh, which updates? Many bounties, such as destination bounties, will continue to exist in their current form as a way for players to get some XP while exploring the EDZ, Dreaming City, or other areas. Others, such as armor synthesis bounties on 81, will receive a small update to help players earn progress across more activities in the portal. To help players avoid loss of XP, Glimmer, or other rewards, we're providing a quick list of bounties that will be removed with Destiny 2 Update 9001. We recommend redeeming all bounties starting July 15. Staying. Destination bounties: EDZ, Cosmodrome, Nessus, Dreaming City, Moon, Europa, Throne World, Neomuna, Eternity, Clan bounties, Armor Systems, Armor Synthesis, bounties. Note, these are changing a bit. Read the section below. By the way, DDZ, Cosmodrome, Europa, Neomuna, I was trying to find here the Banshee from the tower, but let's click there. Leaving vendors, Trials of Osiris. Oh, no. Vendors, Trials of Osiris, Gunsmith Banshee 44, Episodic Vendor. No, why? Why are you taking this out from Gunsmith? Why? This was the only thing for me for having the enhancement course. Now how I'm supposed to get the enhancement course? Shit. Gear experts with new duties. Ada, one of our greatest fashion vendors, is getting new duties when the Edge of Fate launches. Don't worry, she will keep bounties. Available so players can earn the necessary materials to unlock armor customization currencies, but they have been simplified. What do you mean by this? Removing activity-specific requirements and introducing flexible activity agnostic objective for optional pathways and progression modifiers. With one exception, raid and dungeon bounties will remain as they are now. A1 will also provide a way for players to focus exotic armors at the launch of the Age of Fate. As we announced last week, players will be given an amount of currency to focus armor pieces with a specific stat packages as they embark on their new journey into the Year of Prophecy. Note: players must play Destiny 2 before July 15 to receive these currencies. Holding today to start getting ready for launch. So focusing. There it is. Oh, by the way, armor from the Revenant episode. That's cool armor. Screenshot from a development team, subjects to change. Our forgetful gunsmith Banshee 44 will also receive an update so he can help Guardians round out their collections with legacy gear. If there are any legacy weapons you've been looking for to complete your arsenal, you are a new player in need of some initial gear, or you are simply looking for a handful of weapons to start with the Age of Fate with desirable perk rolls, Banshee will offer legacy weapons for purchase. All these will cost a small amount of enhancement cores and Glimmer. Give people ability to get these freaking enhancement cores. At least for these bounties, Banshee gave us 4 enhancement cores. On multiple characters, you receive 12 enhancement cores. Because the more and more is a need for upgrading the weapons. And now you're taking away the bounties from the Banshee, which at least give you the option to farm those enhancement cores and upgrading his reputation, although he doesn't have any specific in his reputation, and I think that was a mistake. But still, shooting a range available day one. Oh, I know some people in the internet. There's like they're so happy and so interesting in seeing this shooting range, but shooting range is well, to be I'll be honest. I'm not waiting for this like uh, this thing should be from the year one, like most of the other MMORPGs and MMO shooters are having the shooting range, but almost 10 years of Destiny 2 live service, and you're only doing this. But oh, okay, I guess. And last, an update regarding the shooting range that will come with the Age of Fate. You've seen the footage. It's a big room where you have many enemies. By the way, this big room, it's the final boss room where we were fighting the this fallen in 0 hour mission. Tip, by the way. And enemy types on which you can test abilities, supers, weapons, and their perks. While our plan initially were to launch this new area at the tower 3 weeks after the expansion launches, I wonder why. Okay. We changed our minds. Oh, are you? Okay. You will now be able to test your build starting July 15. That's day one of the Age of Fate. Cheers. Iron Banner in the Age of Fate. Now, this is interesting about Iron Banner. When the Age of Fate launches on July 15, Iron Banner will be on a hiatus for a time. Oh. After centuries and non-stop work, Saladin will be taking a well-deserved break and will return with his PvP game modes to the tower in September. Oh, that's a long waiting for Iron Banner. Sounds serious. When the Ash and Iron Major update arrives, yeah, remember there were in their roadmap there were the in September the major update. So now it's called Ash and Iron Major Update. Okay. Those of you looking to scratch the Crucible itch will still have a variety of game modes available. For starters, heavy metal. I love heavy metal. If every time this mode is going to showing up in the Crucible, I will always going to play this mode. By the way, heavy metal is also perfect way to level up your weapons if you have one. Some new weapons which you want to upgrade to level up. Heavy metal is the perfect thing for leveling up weapons. Will be coming back an event in the future. Also starting July 29, Trials of Osiris will have new weapons and armor to earn as you prove yourselves every week through September. We'll have further details in future this week in Destiny on more PvP playlist updates, but we would like to call out a new playlist coming on week 1 of the Age of Fate, Cutting Edge. What is this? Cutting Edge allows only future seasonal weapons, armor, and exotics to be used against your opponents. What? This is something new. This will provide a fun space not only to focus on newer gear, but to focus up the meta, in quotes meta, in some ways. We're excited to see which weapons rise to the top and what builds players come up with outside of the field and through exotic pairings that we'll see commonly today. Gambit in the Age of Fate. Oh, Gambit. I remember about Gambit. Gambit has always been a PvEVP game mode with a loyal fan base and a lot of, let's say, funny anecdotes from eccentric Uncle Drifter. As the Age of Fate approaches, we wanted to share with you all that Gambit will also be taking a form of hiatus. What? What do you mean? Players will still be able to play the activity and earn legacy rewards from transmog purposes, and the activity will live under the Worlds tab as it does now. If there is any specific gear you are looking for, Drifter will still be able to focus them as a vendor. This is not the end of Gambit though. Besides continuing to support the mode for legacy rewards and triumphs, we have plans to bring the spotlight back to Gambit in the future, with updated rewards and mechanics that players haven't seen since the days of Prime. Wait. Does that mean they're going to update Gambit and they are going to return the, like, for those who don't understand what they mean by this, uh, before most of the people know that the Gambit mode is as a mode as it is right now, we have Gambit players, because I like Gambit is one of my favorite modes out there. Like, you can play PvE in this match, and also if you want to go PvP and go fighting against you are one against the Guardians, four Guardians on the different. But there were also a thing called Gambit Prime. Gambit Prime, was probably the competitive thing for Gambit, and if they going to, maybe in the future they're about to re-release and made some new changes to the Gambit and also return the Gambit Prime and sets. This is gonna be cool. Bounty for Good starts tomorrow. What it is? Join us Friday, June 13th. Crucible on the Bounty Foundation Twitch channel. Oh, so I get it. They this is probably some uh, donations and all that stuff. So yeah, this is donations, money stuff. Player support report. Honestly, there is no point even reading the known issues list. They are all the same from the last week. They are all the same. I checked them very quickly. They are the same. Like, I don't understand why they are. It's basically Control plus C, Control plus V. Copy and pasting these known issues list. Okay, I guess. Magnificent 2 taps. Need some practice with it, but Slide Shot and Magnificent Howl can be a killer combo in PvP. Get the perk going, get 2 taps, and then slide to reload and keep them on time. Let us see.
Together as one. I love it.
Okay, I guess some player with a Slide Shot perk, 2 tapping with Trials of Osiris Void Hand Cannon. Okay, steal this look. Does have a fashion recommendation today. Shall your warlock steal this look when you pull on your prismatic and spirits intercepts build? Raise your inner titan without having to wear moon-sized pauldrons. Winner of this week, drop your Bungie IDs in your submission so we can grant you the emblem. Thank you. And this tweet is done. Each week we will shed more light on all the changes coming with the Edge of Fate, and we will monitor your feedback only a few more weeks until you can test all of it on your own. Set foot on Kepler and experience the start of our new saga for yourself. What a summer this will be. Let's need to compute it. Well, this is an interesting this week in Bungie this week, but I have one thing which upset me really, that that Banshee will no longer have his bounties, which is unfortunate because I was doing them practically mostly all the time because like the thing with enhancement cores, at least the gunsmith gave us the enhancement cores because damn it, like that's not a, there is not that much uh, uh, way to get them. Like okay, Rahul can give you enhancement course 15 things in a week, and Zur can give you enhancement course every time he is visiting the tower. But like yes, I get it. If some people have only one character on their account, that there is only four enhancement cores, they like it's nothing. But if you have three of them, it's 12. 12 at least is it's an okayish number. But now, how are we going to get enhancement cores without the Banshee 44? Like the only thing which I'm really upset is that these bounties is going away, and Trials of Osiris were like I'm not a big fan of doing bounties in Trials of Osiris, but Gunsmith, I'm upset. So like the overhaul for the Ada One and her things that we get for doing our currency for the transmog system. The Iron Banner will having a big break. Let's call it. We only see we only see Iron Banner in September. In freaking September. Hell, that's that's a big. And also the Gambit, but they are but they are telling us that they are, don't forget, they remember that the Gambit mode is existing, and they remember it, and they are about to wait. There is taking uh, uh, well, let's hope that they are about to say something for Gambit in the future tweet. But as far as I understood, if they are saying that Iron Banner is returning in September, so maybe when the Age of Fate will go live, maybe there is also going to be some news for Gambit in the future TWABs. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Well, but still, like a lot of changes, changing the bounties, they changing Ada One, they changing the things for the Iron Banner, which is having a long term of hiatus. And the same thing is happening with Gambit, but at least they're going to put a new weapons and a new armor for Gambit. I think probably. I still don't know. This is my speculation about Gambit, but weapons and some form of armor is going to be in a drifter's vendor's shop list. But we'll see. We'll see. Like, but we'll still have a month to wait. But we'll see. We'll see what will happen in the next tweets. Maybe they'll shed some new lights for the specific stuff, what is also going to change, and etc. So this was this week's TWAB. This was me, Albert Wesker. Remember, this is not over because it's Wesken time.